Welcome to the September 2007 City Focus. On this edition, revitalizing our historic downtown, red light cameras, concert series makeups, and sports complex improvements update. These stories and more on City Focus.
Vision and long-term planning are vital to effectively manage a growing city like Round Rock. So every summer, our City Council takes a 2-day retreat to set policies and provide strategic guidelines necessary to enhance our quality of life.
In recent years, our City Council retreats have produced some incredible results. In 2003, the Council targeted destination retail as an economic development strategy to diversify our sources of sales tax revenue. 3 years later, Round Rock Premium Outlets and IKEA opened for business here. In 2005, the Council saw potential budget deficits on the horizon. The next year, the City embarked on a massive public input effort to make sure we were offering the services citizens wanted and could afford.
We've planned, we've visioned, and we've talked about long-range things in the retreats since '02, but we've actually come out with action plans and actually went to work.
At this year's retreat, redevelopment was a prime topic of discussion, in particular the downtown area. Prior to the retreat, council members visited other cities to get a first-hand look at their successful redevelopment efforts.
It was a great exercise, and it really showed us the potential that other cities have utilized, and then we start thinking about downtown Round Rock.
To walk through downtown Round Rock is to walk through history. These historic buildings have seen a Wild West shootout. They've housed a broom factory, a cheese factory, and were once the home to the city's only grocery store and pharmacy. Today, these historic buildings house offices, restaurants, and retail businesses. The Council's vision is for this historic area to be the hub of a dynamic town center with a mix of retail, entertainment, residential, and commercial uses. Redevelopment expert Dan Burden, who spent 2 days studying the downtown area earlier this summer, said Round Rock has as much potential as any community in the country.
In order to be successful with this, we really have to kind of start thinking outside the box to be real successful. And we have to be flexible in our zoning. We need to take a look at some creative ways to get the financing. And it's not only going to be public financing, it'll be private financing.
We need to be able to provide infrastructure, new infrastructure, improved and adequate infrastructure for it to be attractive to our private investment dollars.
The next step required to make the redevelopment of downtown a success will start with the City Council setting the parameters for the planning process.
The first thing we need to do in the downtown is have the council sit back and give some real guidance, some real guiding principles on how the development will move forward. And with that in mind, then it needs to be an open dialogue with the people of the community at large, the businesses downtown, the property owners downtown, and the development community overall.
We'll keep you up to date as this exciting project moves forward. Next month, we'll look at some other City Council priorities from this year's retreat.
We strive to make communicating with the City of Round Rock an easy process. One feature of our website that facilitates communication is our online survey tool. To get to the survey page, surf to roundrocktexas.gov and select Online Survey from the What's New dropdown. Here you'll see a list of the surveys we're currently seeking input on and a short description of what each survey is about. We strive to have at least one survey up at any given time. If you'd like to take a survey, click on the survey name to be linked to a short form you can fill out. Fields marked with a star are required fields and must be completed to successfully submit the survey. Once you're satisfied with your answers, click Submit and they'll go into our system. Results are used internally to gauge public opinion and are sometimes made public after the survey is closed. Surf to roundrocktexas.gov/survey and see if there are any topics you'd like to voice your opinion on today.
more cities are taking advantage of the fact that red light cameras significantly improve intersection safety by helping deter red light running.
There's an old joke. Ted and Fred were driving down the road. Ted comes up to a red light and goes right through it. Fred looks at her and says, "Hey, you just ran that red light." "Well, that's all right. My brother Bill does it all the time." They come to another red light. Ted goes right through it. Fred looks at us, "Hey, you just ran that red light." "Well, that's all right. My brother Bill does it all the time." Then they come to a green light. Ted slams on the brakes. Fred says, "Hey, the light was green." He goes, "Well, my brother Bill might have been coming the other way." It's unfortunate that the joke about Ted, Fred, and Bill is all too real. You see it every day on the streets of Round Rock. Red light running is becoming more common and more dangerous. We use phrases like force multiplier and driver behavior modification to address the simple issues. More traffic means more people running red lights and causing more wrecks. The police cannot be everywhere at once. Cameras can be, and they give irrefutable evidence of violations. Even so, all violations are reviewed and fines are civil only and do not affect one's driving record. Red light cameras are coming. It's never too soon to examine your driving behavior. So the next time someone runs a red light, and hopefully doesn't hurt or kill themselves or someone else, at the very least they can expect to be caught and they can expect to find a ticket in the mailbox.
All the rain we had this summer caused us to have to reschedule some of our Round Rock Concert Series performances. Shannon McIntyre has more information on the new showtimes.
The Round Rock Concert Series is a great place to kick back, relax, and enjoy some great free music right here in Round Rock. Because of bad weather, the final two performances have been rescheduled for this fall. The rescheduled concert series features Chasing Phoenix, playing a mix of alternative, blues, funk, and reggae on Sunday, September 23rd. Slade Cleaves will take the stage to play songs from his album Unsung on Sunday, October 7th. Concerts take place at the Round Rock Amphitheater, located behind the Baca Center at 301 West Baghdad Street. The 2-hour shows begin at 7 p.m. Both concerts are free and open to the public. So grab some friends and a few lawn chairs and come out and enjoy the show.
The City of Round Rock is investing over $14 million in improvements to the sports complex at Old Settlers Park. Before opening for play in 2008, the structure of youth baseball will get an overhaul as well.
This fall, construction begins on a girls' softball complex and renovations to 20 baseball fields at Old Settlers Park. The fields will reflect Round Rock's status as the sports capital of Texas. They'll feature covered spectator areas, lit batting cages, new concession areas, and improved drainage to help prevent game cancellations. 3 championship fields with warning tracks and bullpens will help create a big league feel. With the facility upgrade comes a new management approach by the city. Working with multiple organizations for league play and tournaments are real stumbling blocks for scheduling and maintenance best practices. So the city is working with representatives from Sam Bass Baseball, Round Rock Youth Baseball, and Old Settlers Express Baseball to consolidate into one organization. This new organization will maximize the benefit of the new complex to the entire community, particularly our young people. By working closely with our Convention and Visitors Bureau, local league play can coexist peacefully with the big tournaments we work so hard to recruit that bring tourists to town and benefit the local economy. Expect some changes when signing up for baseball in spring of 2008, and keep your eyes open for the changes to our fields out at Old Settlers Park.
In 2001, Round Rock voters approved $89 million in bonds to address growing needs for public infrastructure and facilities. Shannon McIntyre has more information on some of the final projects that will be funded with these dollars.
In July, the City Council issued $35 million in bonds in the third and final round of general obligation debt authorized by voters in 2001. This money will go a long way toward providing the infrastructure and facilities we need to keep ahead of our rapid growth. A new City Hall will be constructed near the municipal office complex that currently houses the Meconico Building and Baca Center. This nearly $12 million policy center should serve a greater purpose to the community than just housing city offices.
The council has decided that instead of having a big city hall that had encompassed all of the functions of a city, planning and engineering and public works, the whole gamut, that the new city hall would be more of a policy center. It would be a place where the council would gather, where the citizens could gather. There'd be meeting rooms and spaces for open discussions, open dialogue, something architecturally significant.
Another GEO bond-funded project will be the construction of an almost $7 million recreation center on the west side of town.
We're hoping that we can start construction in sometime in 2008 and have this project completed in sometime in 2009. We think it's going to be a very important project for us here in the city because of the high demand that we have over at the Clay Madsen Rec Center. So we know that we've got to hurry up and get that second facility built and on the ground, and that's what we aim to do in the next few years.
A large chunk of this issuance is designed to keep our public facilities in tip-top condition. Over $14 million of this issuance is dedicated to street, drainage, and stormwater improvements. The 1-cent impact on the city property tax rate due to the projects in this issuance is in line with what we predicted in 2001. The bottom line is we are getting the facilities and infrastructure we want at the rate we expected.